Titans Annual Issue 1 with Dan Abnett writing and Minkayu Zhang on art. This was all one big story. This was 4 members of the Titans, sort of with 4 of their mentors, as it were, 4 of their sort of father slash mother figures. They all wake up in a mysterious place. They're trapped. They don't know why they're here. Eventually, like weird, like a fake Metallo attacks them, fake parademons attack them. They're trying to figure out why they're here. We still don't really know by the end of the issue actually why.
Yeah.
But it turns into an issue where there's kind of conflict because Batman isn't sure if like they're all real. Like he thinks this could all be a simulation just for him, so he's not ready to trust everyone. But it really comes down to the sort of, I guess, kind of awkward parent like drama between them.
Well, yeah, because you get people that get along great, like Barry and Wally.
Yeah.
And they're cracking jokes the whole time, and you get their dynamic, and then you get Garth and Aquaman, and
it's very regal, very very strict and militant. You have Donna and Wonder Woman who are kind of just awkward because Wonder Woman's kind of ignoring her, and then you have Batman and Nightwing, which is its whole own can of worms.
Well, yeah. That's the legit father-son relationship, though. Like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I feel like Dick and Bruce have the same relationship me and my dad have, where deep down we love each other, but sometimes we get on each other's nerves. Just let me do it my way. All right, take a step back. I'm an adult, type deal, and I definitely relate to that.
I think in general, you hit on the core of this issue, though, that I'm an adult. Let me do it my way. Whereas they still view them as kids.
Yeah, except Barry, which is the one notable thing, because Barry keeps apologising to Wally, because one of them, I think it's Aquaman, like refers to Wally as, "Oh, take your protege, Flash, take your lesser version," and.
But that's what Barry's always treated Wally like a partner, and I think in Flash that's what we get with new Wally, is he's treating him more like a sidekick because he needs guidance, whereas with Wally they've been partners so long, it almost is like Batman and Nightwing. But it's much more warm, if you will.
Oh yeah, do you know what I like about the Batman stuff in this is that he's very like untrustworthy of them because he's not sure if they're actually them. Even Dick, because obviously he trusts Dick in real life, but he isn't sure if it actually is Dick. So he's being very abrasive even with him. But I like that as much as he's been a dick throughout, in a sense, and he's the one who kind of is ready to charge on Donna, and we'll talk about that in a moment because Donna probably benefits the most out of this issue.
Yeah.
At the end of the issue, when everyone's back to where they're meant to be and they realise everything's been real, there's a moment where Nightwing and Batman are together away from the group, and Batman says, "Take care of Donna." And it's like, as much as he's a dick and he's cold about things, the heart's still in there, and it was kind of heartwarming at the end when he said that to him. But yeah, so the other big conflict that comes up is that when they do all start kind of fighting with each other, the Titans like, yeah, but we're actually all friends. Can you really say that about your league? Like, really?
Yeah.
And it was a really great double set of panels because it was like the 4 of them and then it was the 4 of the others like lined up in the same sort of layout.
Yeah. And
because that's really how they came together originally. Was the Justice League had teamed up and kind of left them to be amongst themselves, and they went on an adventure. So they kind of bonded over it.
You make it sound like the Goonies, Matt.
Oh, kind of. I mean, that's what the Teen Titans Year 1 story kind of is, and they all can't figure out Aqualad because he can't. It's his first time out of the water, and so he starts, drying out, and he's not acting normal, and he's like the weird sick kid. So, I like that. I like that this Titans team is so different from the Justice League.
Yeah.
It does feel a bit of a criticism on the New 52 in general. With you're not friends, and it's like, you never did that bonding stuff, and it feels like maybe this is a step towards making them, because they'll realize that they're not, and it'll be something to explore going on in Rebirth.
Which gives it like weight to us as readers, because not only is it just kind of enjoyable because it's just fun and like character dynamics and all that, but it has that extra meta layer where that's something we criticised about New 52 is that they weren't really friends, and they get to poke at that themselves and the other characters, and we're like, yeah, they're right, you aren't friends. So hopefully we see some stuff come from that. But no, as much as I did enjoy the Batgirl annual more than you guys did, I probably enjoyed this one a bit more. Felt a bit tighter. It was all the same writers, the main series. It's also setting up a future story because it teases. Because we find out the person who's put them all here's the key, and he's working for someone else who we don't get to see.
Interdimensional.
It didn't feel like it was like specifically the Rebirth stuff though.
No. I feel like it might be Trigon.
Yeah.
Just because it's interdimensional, but not in the same way that Oz and Manhattan maybe are. So
that would make sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he's fearful when the key goes back and he gets pulled through that door at the end. He's fearful about facing this guy. So
yeah, that said, it'd be weird to have a Trigon story without Raven around.
Yeah, but
she's in the Teen Titans, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're dealing with this timey-wimey stuff in the missing years, who knows what's going on? Because Trigon, when I think Teen Titans, I think Deathstroke and I think Trigon. So,
that's true.
And we're getting a Deathstroke story later, in the months to come. So
I could see it. Oh, who knows? Maybe this will somehow end up working into the Lazarus stuff. The contract.
Yeah, it could do.
Maybe it'll somehow...
Interdimensional Deathstroke might be the scariest thing ever.
That'd be cool as shit.
Well, we only get Speed Force in that crossover. Maybe he's like spent some time.
That's what I'm saying.
Spent some time in there, threatening people.
Also, the Key. He's a Justice League villain I never really got into. So that was from a time I don't think I read that story.
I thought
that was weird.
I'd heard of him, but it was like, the Key. Yeah, I vaguely remember this guy, but like I don't really know anything about him.
Yeah. So there's a bit of exposition about him, and I was just like, okay, he can open anything.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so let's talk about Donna, because Donna had probably the biggest thing, because they solidified her backstory for Rebirth in this issue.
Finally.
And I actually really liked the whole, because obviously Wonder Woman's acting really cold, she doesn't really want to talk to her, she's being distant, Donna feels alienated because of it, but I actually like when Batman's like, right, okay, we got these goggles off the parademons, let's see, wait, one of these life forms isn't organic, it's not human like us, although I'm not sure how that works with Wonder Woman given her origin, but whatever, I'll let it go. But he's like, it's her, it's Troy, get her. And then I like that Wonder Woman's the one who steps in, even though obviously she would because she knows, but the fact that she's been cold to her all issue, her actually stepping in front and like to protect her felt kind of like, yes, she's, right thing. Yeah. Go on, Diana. So Diana clears up some of her own lies. If you see what I did there. So she explains that Donna was made of clay magically and was designed to kill her. She was designed to be an evil version of Wonder Woman to take her out, but they managed to stop that from happening, and they gave her a new set of memories and personality to sort of make her become whoever she wants to be. And this is who she is. So Donna's a lot.
The way that you said that, it sounded like an Amazonian Terminator.
Yeah.
Designed to kill.
It's kind of what she was, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, more like the liquid metal because she's out clay. They really should really should bring that more into it. Maybe they can make her morph or something like Clayface. She could be like a Clayface kind of more advanced version of him. I'm just talking nonsense.
Clayface enough for you?
You're just throwing it out there.
And also, I don't know what you said with the art. Like you thought it was worse than the regular.
Oh no! I didn't say it was worse than the regular. That's not what I said. Is it better than Brett Booth? Yes, it is. But like it wasn't wowing me either. Like it was solid. It was dependable.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm just checking. Just checking you didn't prefer Booth over this, because then we'd have had to have some sort of argument.
Well, to be fair, Booth is better at least one thing than this artist is, and that's the sort of the action emotion-y kind of sense. That's the one thing Booth is good at. He's good at the action.
Mm-hmm.
He's good at it, but I still think it was better in this.
Alright.
I don't know, like that page where Diana puts the shield up and blocks Metallo from crushing the others. I thought that looked fantastic.
There was good stuff there. There was just nothing that like stood out to me as like a, because on most normal weeks, like you'll read, typically it'll be a Wonder Woman or it'll be something that typically has the good art, and there'll be those panels that just stick out as being, oh man, this is gorgeous, this book. But it was fine. It wasn't like off-putting. It wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah, it was solid.